Hi, beautiful. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. I am so excited to be here with you.
Me too.
You are so awesome.
Oh, thanks. You are too.
Oh, thank you. Because I used to be an event planner, so I know your
Really?
work.
Girl.
Yeah.
Event planning is life, but not right now, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, it's good to see you branching out and everything. I love it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I
Yeah.
appreciate the support.
Oh yeah. It's all about we are all drops in the ocean together, right?
Amen.
Yes, we are all drops in the ocean together. Hi guys. Thank you guys for
Hi.
joining. I greatly appreciate everybody for popping in this afternoon.
So how are you? How are you doing during this time?
I'm actually doing really good.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm actually very grateful for this time.
Me too.
I'm grateful for this time. I wish it did not have to manifest in this way.
Agreed.
But I am actually grateful for this time because this is, God's way of having everybody take a look at themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, some people haven't looked at themselves this whole time.
I agree.
So, yeah, they've been baking bread
Mm-hmm.
and getting every recipe they could get off of Pinterest.
Mm-hmm. And some people, I don't want to shame people because I had this whole conversation. We had a virtual round table a few weeks ago. I don't want to shame anyone. Definitely take the time to relax and rest and all that. Mm-hmm. But as a business owner, you do want to still try to stay on top of your game and to learn and to figure out how you can be a better business owner during this time, right? Mm-hmm. And what you can do to help others during this time, and then obviously afterwards. So what you do now is definitely going to set you up for future success once things, I don't want to say once this is over. I hate saying that. Once things are relatively back to normal.
Mm-hmm. And what I say, I tell people, I'm not shaming you. Do what's good for your soul, right? You have to do what's good for your soul. Mm-hmm. But, there is this essence of some people absolutely need to rest.
Yeah.
Some people have never really rested. And so some people feel as though that they have to produce some of these great things during this time. I need to produce this. I need to produce that. I need to do this. And there are some people that actually need to sleep and rest. Mm-hmm. And I tell some people, I said, some of our ancestors been working for hundreds and hundreds of years. Mm-hmm. And some of you, and we are just the evolved of our ancestors. Mm-hmm. And in our DNA, it's tired. Mm-hmm. Indigenous people, brown, they're tired. Mm-hmm. And, the universe is really responding to a lot of prayers. Mm-hmm. How many people would say, thank God it's Friday? How many posts is about, it's another Monday?
Yeah.
Right?
Or when I get time, I will do this.
Yes.
There's never time. There's never, I've completed projects that I've been pushing off for years. And it feels so good.
Yay!
These projects done.
I posted a meme from God. Says, "Oh, so y'all stop thanking me for Friday, huh?" You stop thanking me for Friday. And this is just a time that I'm just being really conscious and just spreading that no matter what it is, if you're writing that $1 million novel, mm-hmm. you're being on top of that business, or if you're consciously resting, mm-hmm. right? Stay connected to your breath.
Yeah.
Stay connected to the breath of God that you are. Stay connected to meditation. Mm-hmm. There's so much that we can do to connect, to release anxiety, to release stress. just right here within our bodies. And women of color and people of color hold so much stress within their bodies. And a lot of disease comes from inflammation, comes from stress. It starts there. So one of my things that I'm passionate about during this time, is something that I've always been passionate about. Even when I was, event planning, I taught children meditation. Because I believe that the younger you get to them, the better. We have in this Western culture to say spirituality needs to be at 70 when you going out the door and you can't do anything anymore.
Does not make any sense, right?
Thank you. It doesn't. But in African spirituality and even in African Christianity, it's saying bring in the children, teach the children in the way. And I'm a firm believer, if we had more parents meditating, more parents being consciously aware to their breath, and we have more children bringing this into the children, we would get to 2-3 generations from now where people could actually handle conflict resolution, actually handle their thoughts and emotions, because you're teaching them from a young age how to process thoughts and emotions. So that's something that I'm passionate about.
And let's back up a little bit. Tell our viewers, because we are going in and I love it. You're dropping jewels already. Okay. But tell the audience, the viewers, a little bit about yourself and your brand, what you do, how you help people, your why.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we just jumped in like old friends, right?
But I love that though.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that's what I love about Table Talk Tuesday. We just go.
Yeah.
Like old friends.
I felt from the first email, like I felt that I knew her. Guys, I felt like I knew her. I felt her soul. I felt her spirit. And I was like, oh gosh, she has such a heart for women. And she really wants all business women to win. So I felt that. And I was like, yes, I can't wait to get on. I can't wait to talk to her. Because I love people that want everyone to win. Because I'm like that. Yes. There's enough for all of us to win.
Exactly.
Yes. So I'm Yayi Joyce, guys. I am an interfaith minister. I am a holistic wellness counselor. And my why is because I am a retired New York City first responder.
Thank you.
And I retired after 9/11. I was diagnosed with World Trade Center lung World Trade Center cough. And after that diagnosis, I had to make a conscious decision of taking my life in my hands, because the medication and the things that they have hinder you more than they hurt. And so I just went back to my indigenous roots. My family is from South Carolina. My mom is Geechee, and my great aunt taught me herbalism. And so I dwelled deeper into herbalism, deeper into my spiritual practice, went back to school to become an interfaith minister. I also became a priestess, an African priestess during this journey, and getting more in depth with my ancestors' religion. And just bringing awareness to, just because they say that you have a chronic condition or a chronic illness or whatever that is, that you can still live your life in joy. That you can slow down lots of processes. You can reverse lots of things with conscious awareness of what you eat, what, your herbal practice, meditation, positive psychology. And so my why is that I saw that in our community, in our community, that Black, brown stress levels, high blood pressure is one of the leading causes of people of color. And, and a lot of it is stress induced, right? And we're not taught coping mechanisms and we're not taught a lot of things. So that was my why, was because we don't have to live in that consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to live in that consciousness. God gave us so many things already here, so many tools to help center us, to help ground us, to help connect us. You know, and every year I go back for my physical at the fire department. They said, you have the slow progressing WTC lung we've ever seen. What are you doing? And I say, I say, you can't lose with the stuff I use, but I say I connect to my ancestors, and I connect to, you know, indigenous living, indigenous ways of practice, you know, eating live foods, being very, very conscious of, you know, of what I eat, what I think, what I watch, because if you are what you eat, you are what you watch. Right?
So I should probably stop watching Housewives. See, I always say, like, I'm not.
We
gonna
all
be
have
like
it. Everybody has their guilty pleasure.
That's true,
right?
See,
everybody has their guilty pleasure.
Guilty. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody has their guilty pleasure. But you know, we have to be mindful of what we watch, what we consume in all areas of our lives. And so I put everything together. For 20 years, I started this journey now and practicing and put it all together in mind, body, soul alignment coaching, and helping other people to become aware of the powerful, powerful healing that herbs have, the powerful, powerful healing of meditation, and being connected to your sacred breath that we have. You know, I was telling a client yesterday, I was like, you know, a lot of times we think we're hungry. And, you know, your mom used to say, go get a glass of water, go drink some water, right? But it's actually science behind that. Water, the H2O, right? When you drink it, it's not the water that's making you full, it's the oxygen. It's the oxygen. It's the oxygen in the water. And so a lot of, and what are we breathing? Oxygen. And so if we connect more to our breath, deep belly breathing, that we will be so much more full for food, not wanting as much food. It also helps us to connect and clear our minds better. It lowers blood pressure. It helps rejuvenate cells. And I tell people, I'm still looking 20-something, child. So look.
I heard that.
I was like, look, and black don't crack. So I'm going to be over here 150 looking like snatched up at 150.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah, so so I love teaching meditation. I love teaching mindfulness. And, you know, and it's so needed now.
All right. So what about somebody like me? And I saw a question earlier from Miss Kiona, and I totally relate to this question. How can you start meditation when you have so much going on in your mind? And she states, I've tried and I either went to sleep or my mind went wandering. I completely feel that. I understand that. That's me all the time.
Yay. I love that question. Okay. So your mind is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Wonder. We don't teach that you're supposed to quiet the mind. Eventually, you will be able to get your mind to that place. But if you're beginning meditating, right, it's just like a baby. You have to crawl before you walk, okay? And if you fall asleep, praise the Lord. I want you to fall asleep.
I was always doing it wrong.
I want you to fall asleep. You want to know why? Because if you fall asleep, that means that your body is actually exhausted. Your body is telling you exactly what it needs. So when you are meditating, it's a repairing of your system. So in this
Wow.
repairing of the system, if you fall asleep, your body is doing exactly what you want it to do, because meditation is designed to repair you and to connect you. And a lot of times we have to be in that place to be repaired. And for a lot of people, it's sleep. They can't get themselves to that stillness yet, so they have to sleep. So your body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So kudos to your body. If it fell asleep, it's saying either you're exhausted, you're dehydrated, and you really absolutely need that rest.
Mm-hmm.
When thoughts come, accept the thoughts. Because when thoughts are coming in, that means these are things that need to be addressed in your life.
But what if it's like for me, I'm a super creative person. I'm constantly coming up with ideas. It's hard for me to even sleep without all these ideas coming. The same thing happens when I attempt to meditate. What about that? Like, you're just like, you know what? Forget meditating. Let me go write these ideas down. You know what I'm saying? Where it's a little.
Well, you know, your brain is connected to your stomach. So people that have it constantly going like that, I would always look at their diet.
Guilty.
I would absolutely have to look at their diet, because your brain is your second brain, right? So they don't cut the umbilical cord from your head. Right? Where do they cut the umbilical cord from?
That stomach.
From your stomach, right? So that's your first brain. And so a lot of emotional health, depression, anxiety, that constant going around in the hamster wheel starts right here in your tummy.
Wow.
It starts right there in your tummy. So if a person is this way, I would look at to see, do they actually have enough healthy bacteria in their stomach? Are they eating enough of the right things to make their stomach where it is not in a constant wheel? A lot of times a constant wheel means too many carbs.
Yeah. Especially during this time.
It's too many carbs. And so the carbs break down to the sugar, and sometimes it's not going to give you the jitteries, but it's going to give your brain that constant fire action.
Wow.
So the sugar is giving you that constant fire action. And so if that's constantly happening with a person, I would definitely look at their carb intake and switching from the unnatural carbs to more of, natural carbs that digest a lot easily and would not keep you in that constant cycle. So it's just like, people say, I give kids the sugar and they crash after. Adults, we have the same thing. But it's just your mind is going just like the kid. You've controlled yourself enough as an adult. You're not going to run around in circles.
Right.
But your mind is running around in circles.
Same thing.
It's the same thing. Your mind is running around in circles. So a lot of it has to do with diet for when it's like that. And a lot of it also has to do with your sleep routine. Keeping a healthy sleep routine is highly important. So it kind of all, in African spirituality, herbology and food is not separated from God. There's no separation. It's together. God is in the food. And they say if you eat food that's constantly not from God, the farther from God you will be.
Wow.
Right? And so when we look at our diets, and if we're consuming so many things that are not of spirit, and then you try to get to that place of spirit, how can you really connect? Because you are what you eat.
Right.
And no shade, no tea to anyone that drinks milk. I just tell them I'm not a baby cow. I just can't do it.
Agreed.
I'm not lactose intolerant. I'm just not a baby cow.
I said the same thing, but then do you eat cheese though?
I do occasionally, because of my blood type.
To cheese.
Well, you know, actually, certain cultures made natural cheeses, and they didn't use the cow. They didn't use the cow for its milk, but they cured it to a cheese and a butter. And so, because of my blood type, I have Asiatic. And so in the Asiatic blood type, which is, you know, the Asiatic Jews, that's African and Asian. So there are, like, you know, the pure cheeses like goat milk cheese and those like that, that's made with those kind of milks. There's no, you know, really natural white-based cheeses. They actually are very, very good for your digestion. Now, when you get into cheddar and all these other things that don't make no sense, I don't even know how. Child, they got some of these cheeses. I said, I don't know how y'all can do that Velveeta. That stuff don't even melt in the microwave.
Yeah. I do Colby a lot. Colby.
So just imagine if it's not melting in the microwave. Just imagine it's sitting in your stomach just like that. And then you're going to say, okay, God, I want to meditate. But you got a rock in your first brain. You got a rock in your first connection.
Wow.
Right? So I tell people, start small.
Okay.
Start small. Don't think of it as a diet, because diet equals die. Our ancestors just thought of it as lifestyle changes. You know, I always say that healing is a lifestyle. Hoodoo is a lifestyle. These are lifestyles. Right? And I tell them, just look at Jesus, the wonderful master teacher. He went away for 30 days. He fasted. He gave us the blueprint. Right? You know, he gave us the blueprint. So, you know, start small with intermittent fasting. You know, pick a schedule that's good for you. You know, I like to do mine when I'm asleep, so I don't have to think like I am actually fasting.
Right. Seriously.
Right? So I intermittent fast while I sleep. And then I'll eat around 9 or 11, depending on what it is that I have to do. Sometimes I don't make it to 11, and that's okay. I'm not hard on myself. You know, and, you know, you make small changes where you're incorporating more live foods, where half of your plate is more alive, and doing supplementation. If you're not allergic to mushrooms, I always highly recommend, you know, like reishi mushrooms. I put it in my coffee, or you can put it in your chicory root. You can put it in your tea, because those things have these antioxidants that we need, because our soil quality is not the same anymore. So 1 apple today, right? You need 1 apple today, okay? It takes 40, some species of apples, it takes 40 apples or 20 to equal 1 apple from 1950.
Wow. I didn't even say that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Our soil quality has gone down so bad. So 1 apple today is not even equivalent to an apple from 1970.
Wow, that's insane.
Right? So back in the day, it was an apple a day could keep the doctor away. Now you need 40. Right? So I juice, because you can put lots of more, you know, more fruits in there. So I tell people you can start juicing or doing cold pressed juice. And, you know, I have an essential oil routine.
Wait, let's go back to juicing. Do you recommend a specific juicer?
I am a big fan of Breville. And I don't get any kickback from them, y'all. Everybody's like, you promote them like, no, but I love Breville juicers. It is worth the money.
All right. I need to look into
It's worth the investment. It is worth the investment. I have the heavy duty Breville because I make immunity shots for my clients. But they have smaller home ones. And so, yeah, I love Breville juicers, because it's self-containing. It doesn't waste the fruits, and you can take the pulp, like from the carrots. I take the pulp and I make carrot cake, carrot bread with it. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely send you the link. And I'm growing some ginger. I'll have some out next week, and I'll be doing a new batch of immunity shots because I base it off of what I grow.
Do you ship them?
Yeah, I ship them.
Okay.
Yeah, I ship them. I ship them. It's all done in small batch because, you know, I just basically do it from, you know, my supply or the local farmers. I try to support a lot of the local farmers here.
Yes, they definitely need it now.
Yes. And, you know, in Georgia, we have a lot of beautiful local Black farms. So, you know, we're out here. They're feeding the communities. And, yeah. And so...
do these shots. I'm sorry. Do you do a juice a day, like a glass of juice a day? Do you have
Yes. Yeah. Because, okay, so I'm a thick girl. You know, I got boobs and I got booty. So, so I show you, this is how much I drink a day.
Okay.
And if I have a really busy day, I drink 2 of these a day, sometimes 4. Yeah. So,
do you have a schedule for when you drink these?
Me personally, because I have a slow metabolism, and so, well, I did have a slow metabolism, and to keep my metabolism on the up and up, every 2 to 3 hours, and it just depends. Everybody's different, you know. So when I do herbal consultations with people, it's specifically for you. It's geared towards you. It's geared towards your body type. It's geared towards what you need, because we all need something different. You know, I was talking to somebody on my IG today, and they was like, you know, some people don't agree with carrots. And I said, well, yes, some blood types, absolutely. Some people, carrots are too much for them, too acidic. Wow. I have a very low digestive acid. So for me, carrots is wonderful because it helps get that, you know, get that, you know, immune system going, and it also helps get that digestion going for me.
Now, how do you know about, like, all of what you're saying as far as, like, you have a low digestive system? Like, is it something you've spoken to doctors about? Is there some type of testing you can do?
Well, what I did was test for my blood type.
Okay.
And
what's your blood type?
My blood type is an AB.
Okay.
I'm an AB blood type, and AB is one of the rarest blood types.
Yeah.
Right. AB is one of the rarest blood types, and so AB is known for low digestive acid because our ancestors were just, you know, my ancestors crossed the Red Sea. Okay, so they didn't really have no turkey and all of this stuff, so they didn't really have to have a high digestive acid to digest things. O has a high digestive acid because they're coming from where they were eating meats and things of that nature. That's my ancestors were not meat eaters. So therefore it reflects in my DNA. It reflects in my body. And I can tell it because if I would eat say like bread when I used to eat like bread. I don't want to, you know, them burger things. I don't want to name a name that everybody like to go to.
I know you're talking about.
Right, back in the day in high school, you know, we used to go there and I would eat it and it felt like I would have rocks in my stomach forever. Oh, wow. Right? And you know, you eat something and it just sits there, and sometimes it would just feel like, and I would just feel so heavy. And my mom was a big juicer. My mom was a very I call her a very hippie-ish mom. So we drink before it became a fad, we used to line up, all of us. We had to take immunity shots. We had to take tonic. We were juicing. So we would go to the pediatrician, and we went to a Chinese pediatrician and naturalist. And he said, your kids never sick. Never sick. And my mom was like, yes, they will never ever.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
have
started
all
doing
of my
that?
100% attendance awards. My mom is so proud.
Wow, that's incredible. Seriously.
Yeah, and so, you know, when you get into high school and you get into college, I'm not juicing. I'm eating Little Debbie snack cakes and all this kind of stuff. I'm not doing none of that hippy
Especially
dippy.
college.
I'm not drinking no pot liquor because she say drink the juice from the collard greens because it has all that. I'm not doing that stuff. And I just start gaining weight and I just start getting sick and I was just like, and then my mom said, see what happened when you start taking care of yourself.
See? It's totally different.
Yes.
You feel the difference.
It's totally, totally different. And then, with that and then pairing the lifestyle with the fire department being such a high-paced job and stuff like that. And then I was like, I can't live like this. I have to go back to my old ways.
Right.
So I grew up in a juicing household. I grew up where my mom would like, get the beets.
I love that.
Get the beets. So
do you have a garden?
Yes, I do. Yes.
You said you grew ginger earlier, right? You said that.
Yes.
Right?
Guys, it's so simple. A lot of things that you get from the supermarket, you can literally grow yourself. And it doesn't really even take a lot. It doesn't really take a lot. Hey, it doesn't really take a lot. Can I grab something to show you?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to grab something.
Wow, gems. If you all have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments box. And Kiana, we'll post the link in the Facebook group as well.
Okay, you can grow in containers just like this, guys. Don't think that you need a big space. You can grow in this. And I also have, I thought it was out there, but I also have bags, like burlap bags. You can grow in those.
Okay, I need to invest in them. Okay, where do you get your containers?
These are just old containers.
Okay, well, I need to invest in all this thing.
These were old, you know how you just have old containers around the house that don't have it lit anymore?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any, so I'm gonna get some though. Don't even worry about it.
I plant in them.
I love that.
And we make it like, oh my gosh, I need this big space. I need this. No, this is growing that's growing right outside my back door. Even though I have a backyard but I still use my patio.
Yeah.
I use my kitchen window.
This is a great time to start, right?
Yeah, it's a wonderful. In Texas, you can grow so many beautiful things in Texas. Because Texas has that humidity. Yes. Watermelon would do great there. All types of squashes and stuff like that. And what's another beautiful thing to grow in? Where you keep your clothes in, those big plastic bins. You can grow in that. The paint buckets that they have at Home Depot.
Yeah.
You can grow your carrots.
Those are perfect, actually.
Yeah, for your deep things like carrots and potatoes that grow deep. They grow wonderful in there.
All right, cool. Well, let's go back to meditation.
Yes.
When do you meditate? Do you do it when you first wake up? Do you do it
once
a day, twice a day? Do you do it when you wake up and then when you go to sleep? Or, I'm sorry, prior to going to sleep?
Yes, I meditate at least 3 times a day.
Wow.
I meditate at least 3 times a day. And that's because I listen to people talk all day about what's going on in their bodies and stuff like that. So I make a conscious awareness to take time out in the middle of the day to recenter myself and to reground because I'm helping people. And so to help people, I have to help myself.
Right.
The first thing I do in the morning is I thank God. When I wake up, I thank God for the breath in my body. And I do a breathing technique. So Would like me to show you?
Sure.
And so I just place my hand on my belly, and I place my hand on my heart, and I breathe in my nose, and then I breathe out through my mouth, and I blow like a balloon. So slow it down, breathe in your nose, hold it, feel that crunch, and breathe out slowly. I tell people, when you do that, child, you don't have to lay down and do no crunches no more.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I felt that.
Yes. I tell them deep breathing has helped me snatch up all of this area right here together.
Okay, I need to do that. Like,
yeah,
okay.
because a crunch, that's what it is. It's really deep breathing. It's really connecting in there. And what I do, I say to myself, I'm inhaling all the goodness of God through my nose. And I'm exhaling anything that keeps me from the manifestation of God that I am.
I love that.
I inhale all the goodness of God, and I exhale anything that's keeping me from aligning to that manifestation of God that I am. And I just lay there and I say, I thank God for my breath.
Oh, so you lay down.
I'm doing this while I'm in the bed.
Oh, wow. I
haven't gotten out the bed yet.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm sure many people feel the same way, where you're sitting down and you're like,
no, I haven't. This is my meditation before I even get out the bed, child.
Ooh,
I have not even gotten out the bed yet.
Okay.
And I teach this to my kids. I tell them, before you get out the bed, before your feet hits the ground, you thank God and you connect to your breath. And the rest of your day will flow evenly. What happens is humans, if you look at dogs, you look at cats, you look at animals, they stretch and breathe before they get up and walk.
They do. Yeah.
But here we go.
Right away.
And then we be like, my back hurt, my neck,
right.
my this, my that.
Right.
Right. Every other creature pauses, gets themselves together before they take flight. Humans, God bless the human, right? Humans like, F that, let's go.
That's right. Me all the time. Lord help me.
Yeah, so no, again, we've gotten the colonization, let's sell it.
Uh-oh.
Have an app, right? I have to have an app.
That was one of my next questions. Do you use an app for music? Like,
no, I don't. And the reason being why is because I see it like this. Our ancestors were so connected. They didn't have an app. They didn't have a computer, but they could dial up Jesus in 5.5 seconds.
Facts.
We got apps, crystals, songs, every great preacher on the earth. We still can't get Jesus on the main line. So I said, obviously,
it ain't working.
It ain't working. So I go back to the old school, and I like that better because I want to be able to depend on God anywhere, any time of the day. Because then we get to this thing. Oh, let me get the app.
Yeah.
Let me get and so then you're pulling, so you think that you need something. But you beautiful, you are perfect, whole, and complete as you are.
I love it.
You are perfect, whole, and complete as you are. You don't need any of that to connect with God. If God thought you needed an app, it would have been taped to your booty. So we ain't come here with no check. We ain't come here with no app. So that was God saying, guess what? I gave you everything you need that was inside of your body. It's all inside of us. But we've gotten so far from that we don't have it inside of us. And my mission is to tell the whole world, you have it. You got the juice. You got the sauce. It is in you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in no app that
Wow.
that me personally, that a lot of it is, it's the new cigarettes. Right? So
Yeah.
let's get them addicted to, okay, so we can't get them smoking. And then and it's in a cycle of addiction. People get addicted to that. It feeds their insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You have this whole, this is what a boss babe is supposed to be, and
Right.
this is what this, and this is feeding their insecurities. The next thing you know, they visiting me or sitting on somebody else's couch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it's a cycle of addiction.
Mm-hmm.
So when I teach meditation for you to connect to your God force energy that's within you. Let's get off that hamster wheel. Let's get off that I think that I need something else. And let's get back to, I have all that I need.
Oh, well, you taught me a whole lot.
Well, good. I'm happy.
Seriously. Because it's something that I struggle with. It's something I've struggled with for a while. Like, I've attempted to do meditation. I've gone different classes and all that. And it's always me in my head that's making it not work, I guess you can say.
Yeah. Like you said, it's you making it not work, right?
It is.
Because, you know, one of the things that humans, again, love to do is be in competition with the universe.
Yeah. Yeah, and control everything. Control everything.
And I'm like, guess what? Newsflash. Stop being in competition with God.
Exactly.
The universe, source energy, Oldamari, whatever your name for God, Jehovah. Stop being in competition, because you're not going to win.
Never. Never.
You are not going to win, right? And so what happens is we make such small things actually much bigger than what they are supposed to be.
Yes.
You know, and what it is, I talked about this yesterday on my live, is really getting back to this place of being in control over your thoughts and being in control over your emotions. You know, thoughts become things. And if you are in a hamster wheel of thoughts, then you will have a hamster wheel of things in your life. So let's release being in competition with the universe. Release this is not a race. It's not a race with God. So let's release that race. Release that, you know, and say to yourself, this is easy. It is easy. God is simple. Humans are difficult.
Oh, without a doubt.
But God is simple. God is very, very simple.
So let's talk about this meditation for your second and third. For your second meditation, you're not in the bed. You're sitting down somewhere. You have a specific place in your home.
I do have a meditation area, but I like to practice mindfulness. So I like to practice mindfulness where I'm being in a meditative state in that moment, while I'm cooking breakfast, while I'm juicing, where I can be in this frame of mind. So I tell people, just take notice of what you're doing. Pay attention. Pay attention to the sounds. Pay attention to what the juice smells like. Your coffee smells like, your tea. Because we operate and we don't pay attention.
All the time.
So one of my things for my beginning students is doing mindful awareness in breakfast and mindful awareness while you're eating. What did your breakfast actually taste like? A lot of people can't even tell you. They're like, huh? What? Because right? And then we're like, "Wow, I'm hungry again." Yeah, because you didn't even eat, you didn't even chew, you didn't even digest, you didn't even, you know. So my thing is, yes, I have, I have my prayer beads and all of that, but my main meditation is being mindful of what I'm doing, not multitasking.
Yeah,
is a meditation within itself, guys.
seriously.
Because it's teaching you to focus on that one thing.
That's hard.
No, it's not.
In today's society, it is.
No, it's not.
Or with this crazy brain, it is. I'm gonna work on it now.
No, it's not. It's a pop-up, right? You see how we have these pop-ups that come up. You think of something and it pops up on the screen.
Yes.
And so you won't, but you're not gonna buy everything that pops up, right?
Right.
You click it like, ooh, I want them shoes. But them Gucci's gonna have to stay right on over there, right? Them red bottoms got to stay right on over there, right? You close the tab, right? That's the same thing when multitasking comes up. Close the tab.
Get to this later.
Yes.
I'm present.
Focus on that right now. Close the tab. And time yourself. Using a timer. While you're on this activity, you're dedicating this amount of time. I work in 25-minute cycles. I do 25 minutes on this task, take a 5-minute breathing break. I take a 5-minute breathing break every 25 minutes.
Wow.
So I work in a time system. I used to use a timer, but now I'm kind of in that pattern that I know like 25 minutes have passed. Because what happens anyway, once you spend over 25 minutes on a task, the way that our brains are designed, you become frustrated.
Yeah.
And you're not giving it your best. So it's best to work on something for that 25-minute. And there's science and lots of facts. Harvard done studied everything. Then, so you can look. Harvard got a study on everything. So it's best. And a lot of high performing companies, even look at Google and all of those, they work in cycles. You work on something for 25 minutes or an hour, and then you have a 25-minute break. And they give the workers and employees lots of breaks, and that keeps the creative juice flowing a lot better than working on something in a continuous basis and then having multiple tabs open because you're not giving it your full attention.
Oh my gosh, I think you're talking to me 100%. Me and tabs on my computer.
Close the tabs. Close the tabs.
The tabs represent my brain.
Yes.
Open,
Close the tabs. Exactly. Close them.
I'm offended.
Close the tabs out. Right? Close the tabs out.
Focus on one.
Focus on one. Hey, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for joining. And so one of the things, like, actually I was about to say this, in our tradition in Palo, it's about when you focus on God, right? When it's you and God, doesn't God just focus on you in that moment?
Yes.
You don't feel as though God has 25 tabs open.
No. So
treat your spirit the same way God treats you. Absolute focus, absolute attention.
Wow.
Right? So yeah, it works wonders. And they have timers that for your app people, they have timers that you can put on your phone. And then you work in 20. And then what I like for my creative entrepreneurs like yourself that have multiple businesses, I put my clients on a 25-5, 25-5, 25-5, 25-5, and then a 25-minute break. So they work in 4 cycles of 25 with 5 minutes in between, and then a 25-minute break. And some of my clients say they can absolutely hear me if they go in the 5 minutes and start emailing or something. They're like, I feel you saying, you better not email that person. You better sit down. You better breathe. So I get them in, get them in that pattern. Because, you creative entrepreneurs, you high functioners, I call you high function anxiety people. Right? It's high function anxiety.
You really know me.
I can do it. And then at the end of the night, y'all like this.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I put them on that cycle so that they can understand. So your brain, because you're reprogramming your brain. What you're reprogramming your brain is, I deserve a break. I work better with a break. And I am taking a break. Because the brain, just like anything else, to get that jiggly fat gone, you got to work it out.
Yeah. The
brain is just the same way. It's a muscle. And so to get it to relax, you have to schedule those breaks. That's something that we have to do. It's neuroscience. So I combine, the ways of our ancestors, neuroscience, positive psychology, put it all together, mind, body, soul alignment. And you have to take those breaks because we have to reprogram ourselves, because what a lot of people have done is gone back to the slave ship, but saying they're entrepreneur.
Well, I need you to break that down, but we wow, we have like 7 minutes left.
Because
this is incredible, and I need you to come back in some form.
This is I'll come back. Yes. Seriously. I'll come back. Yeah, I'll come back. God didn't design the business model. What's so amazing? I was talking to someone this morning. Many of the Afro-Asiatic Jews, the Greeks, the Romans, how they traveled all over is because of their business model. They actually went and got them because they had a system, right? They had systems. This is the time you work. This is the time you're off. They had systems, right? Everything goes into the storehouse to prevent famine so people can eat and this and that. They had systems. And I was like, well, if our ancestors had systems, these wonderful systems, bathhouses, this is the time people take a bath. This is the time they did this. And they had functioning, beautiful societies before the nice little colonizers got there, right? They had these wonderful functioning societies. They had systems. I came to think, wow, you know what we're missing? Systems.
Yes.
We're missing systems. God did not design you to work like a horse. If that was the case, yes, Italians have systems too. Italians have systems too. Yes. Italians have wonderful systems. Italians use a lot of that 25-minute system too. And there's a wonderful Italian researcher that actually, has a whole set about that system. And they believe in using timers as well. They have wonderful systems. A lot of cultures but we here on the West, we're like, no systems. Just work like a horse. Just go, 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 go. And
do you think that could change after everything that's going on? Like, I'm hoping and praying that will, us being complete workaholics, will change.
It's changing right now. You and I having this conversation.
Work remotely. Let's not go into offices all the time.
Well, look at Twitter. Twitter said indefinitely. Twitter was like indefinitely.
I've been preaching that for years because I work in corporate, and I'm like, I have a 2-hour commute. Like, what is this? And then I'm supposed to work and then come home, and you know what I'm saying? It's just too much. And America is really ingrained in the
yes, things will not be the same.
I really pray not.
It's up to you and I and the counting service. It's up to you and I and all of us that are aware, because humans are creatures of habits.
Yes.
Because people are so comfortable in that work.
Yes.
When you see people like that, you have to tell your friend, go take a shower, go breathe. I even meditate in the shower, right? Go take a shower, go breathe, go sit down. You just need to go sit all the way down, right? We encourage people to work. Don't get me wrong, that's wonderful. How much do you encourage your friends to go breathe?
Rest, breathe. Oh, yes.
Baby, go take a nap. You like, go lay down somewhere.
Right? And we feel like we're on top of stuff because we're so busy. Oh, I'm so busy. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
I tell people I have a thriving practice. And I'm not on social media every day. After, I unplug for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. And but guess what? I feel pressure to be on social media every day. You gotta post. No, I'm not doing that. Y'all see me when y'all see me.
I tell you, that's a falsality. Right? It's a falsality. I have clients. I have a thriving business. I'm not on social media every day. That's insane.
How about somebody text me the other day, like, I haven't seen you on Facebook in so long. I just was wondering if you're okay. What? Because I'm not on social media?
Yeah. But I'm glad they checked in with you.
True.
Right? True. I'm so happy that they checked in with you. But let's come to a culture where we're encouraging, okay, it's okay to post once a day. Mm-hmm. It's okay not to post for 3 or 4 days. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because guess what? Quality will always bring you clients. Mm-hmm. I have clients because I have quality. It's not about the quantity. I give my clients quality. So let's get out of this constant pressure to perform.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Because Jesus said, look, I'm out. I'm in the cave. Look, I did what I needed to do. Let me go chill for 30 days and 30 nights. Yeah. Right? And I tell everybody, every time you think about that, if Jesus could do all of that, but he still had to go sit down for 30 days somewhere. Yeah. What about you? Boo, go sit down. Go get your Jesus on. That's what I tell them. Go get your Jesus on. Go sit down. Go. And so we have to make this a new normal.
I agree.
Conscious awareness, conscious posting. It's okay to making unplugging normal.
Okay, Yayi, we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left, girl, before we get cut off. I can talk to you forever, okay? That's why we definitely have to reconnect and collaborate on some other things. But
yes. Well,
last minute.
Well, guys, you know where you can find me, yayijoyce.com. YayiJoyce.com. That's YayiJoyce. I have a meditation 101 coming up, and I have a discount code on that, and it's Mindfulness. It's Mindfulness, and so you can check that out.
I'll put that in the group.
Okay, yeah, I got to join your group. And yes, yay. Oh, thank you. I work hard on having this good energy.
Yes.
Today's good energy is powered by carrot and strawberry juice.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I did carrots and strawberries. So that's where you guys can find me, Yayi Joyce on IG. And I also have a private group off of here where we call it For the Love of Our Ancestors. So I'll post the information for that. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And may the angels and ancestors bless you all. Fill your lives with joy and grace. And remember this, you are perfect. You are whole. You are complete. You are the manifestation of God.
Hey, Yayi, 5 seconds. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you so much.